Well, back in our time, when you said something, you had to either say it over the telephone or correspond with them. Or today with the internet, you can text it immediately, instantly. I think that's a big change since then.
And what we used to use, like in academics, was the teletype terminals and real primitive, large-scale computers. And there was no email at the time. You had to do things by memos and mail, which made things a lot slower, a lot harder to interact with people.
When I was really young, my dad got us a computer really early, and the internet really wasn't a big thing back then. Although I was really young, so I wouldn't use the internet a lot, but things definitely changed once we got the internet. You knew so much less about what was going on in the world. You had so much less communication dependencies on other people, things like that. Email's huge. You can get in touch with anyone you want at any time, so I would say that's a big change.
Well, it improved my life to the extent that you get stuff immediately. You go to the computer and you turn it on and you get whatever's happening in the world right that instant, which makes it more faster than waiting for the news or the next day's newspaper to tell you what happened.
Well, everything's on the internet. You can kind of find any information you're looking for, from personal to research. There's just a tremendous amount of material out there. One thing in academics, again, is papers and things are all kind of available now. You used to have to make special trips to the library or order, so people kind of get used to instantaneous communication and finding information.
Well, it's kind of hard to say just because I've grown up with it and I've had it all my life, but I guess the one thing I could say is that whereas before in my life I didn't have that many responsibilities, but now I'm paying credit card bills or rent and things like that, and the internet really is a big help in paying bills and online banking and things like that.
Well, basically I just check my emails with my email buddies, see what's going on and the different jokes and stuff that they tell. And sometimes I look at eBay to see what's for sale.
Things at home for shopping and for work and research and sending messages, email. We have some websites that describe our research groups and things. So it's really an integral part of everyday life.
I would say the number one thing, although I do a ton of things on the internet, is social networking. I keep in touch with a lot of my old friends. Probably equal with that is school stuff, emailing professors, and downloading homework assignments from Blackboard, things like that.
Well, I think they're more advanced in the internet because you have everything right in front of you, right in your hand. You don't have to go to a computer, which is basically right in your hand. You can check everything out from there.
The iPhone, I don't attach to me all the time. I'm never without that, and that's really changed things tremendously. Give you really instantaneous information from whatever device you happen to be on. So it's really a life-changing event, I think.
I have a BlackBerry, like a lot of people at Lehigh do. I really like that I can get emails on it and send emails from it. I can look up something whenever I want to, whether it's for a legitimate reason or just for wasting time. Sometimes if I'm stuck somewhere doing nothing, I'll get on my BlackBerry and read the news or something. The thing I don't like about it though is a double-edged sword. You get really attached to all those things, and so you use them so much and you feel kind of burdened by it sometimes.
Well, at my age, I don't think I really need it. I just have it for convenience, for something to do. I could live without it at this stage of the game.
Finding information by hand or manually going to the library or something, it just we're so take things for granted by getting it instantaneously and communicating in real time.
I guess I would have to say probably social networking type things, connecting with people. I guess I can imagine writing letters to people, but that it's funny because you'd say oh, it takes so much effort, whereas someone who wasn't used to the internet would say no, it doesn't, I'm used to that. But I think I would say definitely keeping in touch with people, connecting with people I normally wouldn't talk to if it wasn't easy.
Well, in 20 years I never thought I'd see what I see today, but I never thought I'd see it in my lifetime.